Hey guys, seeing as Final Stand has been out for enough time to form an opinion of each map, I thought I'll review each one, even though I did get to play the maps way before release on the CTE client like a lot of other people did, but I thought I'll wait and see for the final version. What I'm going to do over the next week or so is go over with you guys my opinion of each map. That includes things like what works well and not so well, and I'll go over my weapons and loadout that I found were pretty effective for each map. So to start things off, I want to talk about Hangar 21, which I'm sure you can tell already by the gameplay. This map, much like every Final Stand map, is very aesthetically pleasing. I love the nighttime theme with the mountains around the boundaries of the map and the moonlight shining down upon us. It creates a different atmosphere to other maps in BF4, which makes this map enjoyable, but much like some of the other Final Stand maps, the design of the outside section has a major downside. All the mountains and hills surrounding the middle section of the map almost form in a kind of valley. You'll find this type of terrain setup, there's going to be a ton, not just a few, but a ton of snipers and people that camp on top of the mountains or the hillside, just picking people off down below and waiting in some spot for a large part of the game just to get a few kills. This is really unfortunate for the outside section of the map, but the hangar itself is more focused on close quarter action if you're getting sick of getting sniped, but I'll talk more about that later in the video. So how do we get around all the camping in this map? Well, luckily we have the pod launchers at the F and at the entrance of the hangar, which we can travel between various points of the map, which gives a huge tactical advantage to the team that captures and defends these points for the entire game. I found that if you had a team working together and actually communicating between squads, keeping the hangar under control with the B and A flags, also making sure the F flag is on your side, this would most likely mean you'll win the game, but this isn't the case all the time because pretty much 80% of the games I played on Hangar 21, teams weren't working too well together, and as usual there's only maybe 2 or 3 squads actually giving out orders and working together to attack or defend each point. So in this situation, I highly recommend if you can try and find a squad that's working together, and I found that instead of running around the map, try and stay at the vital capture points like the B and A flag or the F flag, because they are the hot zones and will need constant defending from the enemy team. Like I said before, if your team manages to keep these points for most of the game, you're most likely going to win. If you want to move between points, then try and use the pod launchers or the snowmobile. If you want to go on foot, it's a good idea to start ducking and weaving around cover where possible and pray to the battlefield gods you don't get sniped from the left or right side of the map. In fact, the mountain camping got so bad there was a game where I spent a lot of the time telling the attack heli pilot on my team where all the campers were so he could take him out, then we could proceed to move around the map. Also, if you can, try and take the D flag. It gives a really nice vantage point for sniping as well as defending the D flag itself. But it's kind of like a double-edged sword. If you're in the tower, everyone in the whole map can pretty much see you. Also, the railgun barrel pickup is there, which can be a really effective weapon to either destroy enemy air vehicles or snipers around the map. So let's talk about weapons. I felt like the engineer class wasn't as effective here on this map like it is on the other Final Stand maps. You don't have to worry about land vehicles because there's none. Also, the air vehicles stay outside, so if you're mainly playing around the inside of the hangar, you're better off going assault. Though if you want to stay engineer, I found that the AK-5C carbine worked really good. We all know about this weapon, it's pretty much good in any situation. Like I said, if you're in the hangar, try to conceal your position as much as possible. I highly recommend to use a flash hider or even the silencer if you prefer, so you don't have any muzzle flash. I also changed my field kit for engineer and the assault class to offensive, so I had extra ammo, which is really good to have, especially if there's no support players around to give you ammo. If you want to play as assault, I found that the Scar H was extremely effective in Hangar 21, but choose whatever you prefer. I absolutely love this assault rifle, and the 7.62 damage mole I think works well in this map. You almost have a kind of automatic DMR. The high damage mole makes getting those long range tap fire kills easier, especially if you get a headshot. I just feel like the weapons designed for all situations play really nice in this map. But if you're in the hangar, then yeah, go with the AEK or even the F2000 if you prefer. Also for your secondary, I really like using the 44 Magnum with the 3x scope to give you some sniping capabilities if you need it. The Magnum can actually be pretty damn effective at long range if you compensate for its low muzzle velocity and its high bullet drop. So overall, Hangar 21 is a fairly enjoyable map. It's pretty fun defending the F-flag, but if you're going around the map on foot, just watch out for those snipers and campers around the hillside. If you're a fan of Conquest Large but hate dealing with land vehicles, this map will suit you perfectly. And like I said, the hangar component of the map is friggin' awesome. I love the design. Just make sure to change your attachments to conceal yourself as much as possible. Hangar 21 is my favorite map out of the Final Stand DLC, and I think it deserves a place in my top 5 maps in Battlefield 4. Anyway guys, let me know if you agree or disagree with me. Be sure to tell me your thoughts about Hangar 21. I'll be reviewing Operation Whiteout in my next video, so watch out for that in the coming days. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.